Hi everyone, welcome to my new video, construction of my new kitchen. At least that's what I think I'm going to name it at this point in time. It's been a few weeks since we moved here. It's definitely been less than a month since we moved here in Fölsen in North Rhine-Westphalia in Germany. And my in-laws have been relentlessly working to make sure that we settle in. Well, I settle in and adjust in this environment and this culture, this house, this village, because it's so very different from any other environment I have previously lived in. And as a daughter-in-law, I am so very thankful for having them in my life right now. I'm sure that we would not have been able to settle in so beautifully and so wonderfully and so seamlessly the way have been able to. So my in-laws are pretty big on DIY. They stood this house up in 1984. They also constructed their new house in Healthily in 2004. And the interesting thing is that the material, the countertop that I'm going to have installed in my kitchen is actually leftover material from the construction of my mother-in-law's kitchen in Healthily in 2004. So my kitchen is going to look identical to that of my mother-in-law's, which is really, really nice. But the sad news is that the kitchen is going to be a temporary one. It's going to go away perhaps in a year, perhaps even less than that, because the plan is to have the whole house renovated while still keeping the integrity of the original construction intact. So we're going to have new floors, new windows, new doors, new toilets. Perhaps some rooms are going to be rearranged, new heating system, and so on. And we are currently in conversation with some of the heating consultants who are assessing our heating needs based on our lifestyle, based on the type of heating solutions we want, and also based on the type of windows we would like to have installed, because the windows, so we are currently in conversation with some of the heating consultants who are assessing our heating needs based on our lifestyle, on our, preferences for the heating solutions, and also the type of windows that we would like to have installed, because that directly impacts the insulation, and insulation directly impacts the efficiency of the heating system, which we obviously want to be as high as possible. So there is a little bit of a prep work required before we can begin renovation, and also there is currently a shortage of good quality material, good quality labor in the market because of the pandemic, which is causing delays even further. And this is last thing. It's a bit of a rant really, but useful information nonetheless. So I'm married to a German national, and by the virtue of being a German national spouse, I'm supposed to be applying for a Deutsche passport sooner than someone who would, for example, arrive here on a work permit or a study permit or whatever. And because of this reason, and it sounds completely ridiculous and counterintuitive even, that I have been given a restricted Aufenthaltserlaubnis. And if I were to take this restricted residence permit and go over to banks and apply for a house loan or a car loan, regardless of the amount of money I make, I would be offered shitty interest rates. Only once I've completed the language and the integration requirement, which I have, and apply for a Deutsche passport early next year, will I have the same financing options available to me as a Deutsche citizen would. It's a bit of a bummer because regardless of the amount of money you make, regardless of your discipline with your credit usage, it still boils down to the length of stay that you're entitled to in your Aufenthaltserlaubnis. So that was some of the background information. I would like to get started on the video without any further ado. If you like my video, please like and subscribe to my channel, and also feel free to share some of the ideas that you have, some of the things and the content that you would like to see on my channel, because that would really, justify my presence on YouTube. And also, thank you so much for the wonderful comments that have come my way so far. I cannot be more grateful and thankful to everyone who has been the sweetest. So I'll shut up now. Let's get started. this is my new kitchen. Welcome to my new kitchen. Absolutely thrilled and happy to show you my new kitchen. I do, however, wish that the time lapse had produced a bit of a longer output than just a minute and a half, but I'm still working on my time lapse skills. This is the countertop that I was talking about, left over from my mother-in-law's kitchen. It's on pressed wood. And as you can see, these two slabs of this countertop are intricately joined together by silicone here. Cabinets are from IKEA. I mean, nothing spectacular, but they are definitely going to help me free up the cabinet that is actually meant to put clothes in as opposed to utensils. And they are soft close. And this is the cabinet for cutlery. This is the heating system underneath the sink, keeps the water hot and helps me do the dishes, loaned to us by my in-laws. There's this little rack on the side where you can hang your kitchen towels. So with regards to the gadgets, we do not have a dishwasher yet. In order for us to purchase a fully integrated dishwasher, we need to know the kitchen dimensions first, and we do not know that quite yet. But we do have this gigantic workplace for a sink. I can stack dishes all day and still be left with enough place to put more dishes in. And we are also going to have a house help coming in who is going to help us do the dishes once in a while. So the equipment that we have here that you see, for example, this induction top, the oven, we've kept in mind that this kitchen is going to be temporary. The induction top is really lovely. It heats up the utensils not in minutes but in seconds, literally seconds, and I love how efficient and fast it is. This is the oven. We got it for a couple of €100. That's the rotisserie equipment. I guess this is going to do also for about a year. And that's my very cute bread basket. And on the other side, we have our microwave, my pressure cooker. I do not have the traditional Indian pressure cooker because Ben is scared of them and he usually throws them away. And this is our arrangement for refrigerator. We do not have a fridge or a freezer right now. We're going to have to get one sooner or later. But my father-in-law loaned us this cool box, and I hope I'm not embarrassed after opening this, but it's got some of the stuff that needs to be cooled. It does its job. That's the block of paneer I have, and milk and butter, soda, yogurt, etc. And let me show you my pantry. Okay, so the wonderful thing about this pantry is, well, certainly not the fact that the light is behind the door, but the fact that it is a natural cooler. Especially during the winters, your food remains cold, remains fresh, and so do some of these ingredients for a while. So my rack comprises of my masalas on top, my oils, my mustard oil, olive oil, all kinds of oil, sesame oil for my southern Indian dishes, my latte macchiato, milk, besan, dals, more masalas that I don't use frequently, and some of the cleaning equipment. And those are some of my gadgets also on the side. Ben doesn't need a lot of space. It's got his spaghetti, his ramen, his oatmeal, and his tea, and all of that. So this is how my pantry looks. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the basement, or Keller in German, and this is where my kitchen is going to end up eventually, about a year from today.